What's up, my people? Back with I suck at this hosting shit, man. What's up, my people? Back with another one. It's the African narrative where we try to change the negative persona of Africa. I think I'm getting better at this.
Your blackness, oneness, so rare. So much love to care. Let them know they missing out, Mama Africa.
It's your host, Dorb, the visual storyteller, telling stories from the other side. Oh, I like that intro. But yes, what's up, my people? Once again, today we're going to be talking about African excellence, which we're going to do on every show. We're going to host at least one excellent thing going on in Africa. And today the spotlight is on, drum roll, please. The spotlight is on Ethiopia, okay? Ethiopia, as the Western world people say, but we know it's Ethiopia or whatever other African accent you want to use. Ethiopia launched its first satellite into space. Yes, Ethiopia has been coming up, man. Like, personally, just going there myself, I went there last year. I went there in 2015, and I just noticed the growth is just, the city's growing. They got paved roads, street lights, man, the market, stores are coming. Like, Ethiopia's growing, man, and they just elected like their first female president, I think. I'm not too sure, but I might cover that on another episode. But today we're talking about the launching of their satellite. It is with the help of China, and we all know China got their hands in Africa like everybody else. They've been taken from Africa since day one because we're the richest continent there is. But I'm not going to take anything away from them. They launched their first satellite. That's a big step towards developing a country, technology moving forward, stuff like that. I have it right here. Ethiopia launched its first observatory satellite into space on Friday, December 20th. According to local reports, the 70-kilogram remote sensing satellite is to be used for agriculture, climate, mining, and environmental observations, allowing the Horn of Africa to collect data and improve its ability to plan for changing weather patterns. For example, the satellite will operate from space around 700 kilometers above the surface of Earth. Yeah, so this is going to help with so many things, man. And so congratulations to Ethiopia. That's my birthplace. I was born right there in Gambela, Del Coach, New Land. That's my street. That's my hood. You feel me? All right, so cool. Today's topic. Let me find it real quick. We're talking about dowry, okay? So it's a tradition we've been doing for a long time. I'm speaking specifically for Sudanese people this time, okay? I know other cultures do it too, but I'm going to speak on what I know from my culture, my people, my experience. I've been in weddings. I've seen it done. Recently, my cousin just got married. Congratulations to him and his wife. Hopefully they comment on this and give me their take, being that they actually went through the process. I haven't. But here's my take on dowry. I feel like we got to let it go or we got to change it. And the reason why I feel like that is I feel like dowry is holding us back as people, okay? There are a lot of people that are misinformed about dowry, especially women, because for them, it makes them feel like the prize, okay? You're paying this much to the family to receive her. And so she feels like the prize. And so any underlying message she may not be aware of, okay? So a lot of people are misinformed. Even men too are misinformed. Okay, they feel like this is what I have to do to show my respect to this girl's family and to my community and uphold my culture. So the reason why I feel like dowry is holding us back is because we're not progressing, because men and women hope to have daughters so that they can sell them off, so that they can gain something, financial gain, to support their family. And that is the way of our people. If you go back home, I've been back, that's why I'm speaking on this. This is the way of supporting your family. And I just don't feel like it's the healthiest way for a nation or a society to grow. Also, another reason why I don't agree with dowry is I looked at all the cons. I looked at the pros and I looked at the cons. And the cons outweigh the pros. One of the pros I like about dowry is the unity between families, because a great thing about African marriages is, in America, we got this individuality thing where it's just between those two. Yes, the families attend the weddings, but it's not really like a unity, like a union, like African weddings. In our weddings, the families really unite. Recently, when I was visiting my family, my cousin that just got married, his in-laws came over to cook, and it's a family thing, and other things, the men would, do stuff for their sides, stuff like that. So it's like an exchange of family members and uniting. And so I do like that part about it. But I know that there's some cons that go into it. I had a relative that was killed because it wasn't even him. It was his nephew that got a girl pregnant. And he had no way to pay this family. And they wanted their dowry, you know what I mean? And they came and killed him instead. And so, you got people losing lives over this, and even if, if you don't pay, not that you don't want to pay, but if you can't, if you're just unfortunate, you know what I'm saying? For one, you're forced to marry. Okay, in America, you could choose, so all you pro-choice people, this should resonate with you. You could choose, do I want to be with this person even though we created a child or not? Or do I not want to be with them? In Africa, you get a girl pregnant as a man or as a boy, as a young man, you have no choice. You are committed to that. And if you don't have the funds, there's some repercussions. Your child can be taken away to where you're not able to see your child. So there's a lot of cons, you know what I mean? And those are the things I was saying maybe people are not aware of or misinformed about, especially the women, because women want to feel like the prize. So they look at it as, oh, I'm getting married with this much. Oh, I feel good about myself. But there's so many other things. Your marriage might have went good, but there's somebody out there that might be, unfortunate. So my take on it is we should change dowry to just be like a respectful measure instead of we need this in return for our daughter. Because at the end of the day, let's be real. If this was America, this can easily be investigated as human trafficking or some sort, because you're paying for people's daughters. And then you're marrying, I'm speaking for the older generation, because this is also dowry. They're going back and marrying girls that could be their daughters. Girls that could be their oldest son's daughters, So now you're harming our people even more, because these young girls, they're 15, 16, 17, 18, even 18. They don't have an education. They don't have any skills. So how are they going to support this child? And you're an old man. You're looking at, old age, passing on to the next life. Once you pass on, she's left with these children to care for with no education and no life skills. How's she going to support these kids? The village will have to suffer to support her and these children. And so we're not working in other areas to improve our society, so that's why I say dowry is holding us back as a whole. Let me know what y'all think, man. Enlighten me on some things that maybe I don't know about. bring them up to my attention. Let's have a conversation, man. Let's enlighten, man. Let's just figure this thing out. I do like tradition, so I'm not saying cancel dowry completely. I'm just saying maybe it needs to change. Maybe it needs to be more about just the respect and unity instead of, oh, I want this much for my daughter, or I want this much. And then the daughter doesn't even see that money, you know, and then the men in our culture do whatever they want. Also, they're leaving our mothers to go marry other young girls and things like that. So let's have a conversation. I'm open to learning. I'm open to having a good debate. So yeah, man, thank you for watching the African Narrative again. Stay tuned for the next episode.
Your blackness, oneness, so rare. So much love to care. Let them know they missing out. Mama Africa.